Hey guys, welcome to today's audio blog called You Always Knew, Didn't You, That You're Different. Even from a young age, you just knew you weren't like the other kids. You didn't want to play the same as them. You didn't just accept that adults knew better, and you weren't really sure why doing things differently than others was so important to you. Everyone else seemed okay to be just as is, doing the bare minimum to get through, making friends and having fun. And though you didn't struggle to fit in, to bring yourself to their level just often enough so that you were accepted, you never really got it. You wanted to grow, to try everything, to learn about the entire world and all the most successful and inspirational people in the world. You didn't care about the coolest band or the sexiest actor. You didn't dream about going to the concert and screaming their names frantically. Your dreams involved world leaders, self-made millionaires, and others who stood out so far from mainstream that they carved their own path. So I guess you kind of just knew that you saw things differently. But at the same time, you were kind of sure there was something wrong with you. After all, weren't you meant to just do what everyone else did? What made you so special that you could do things differently? Even as you grew up, moved out of home, and began to take your first solitary steps into the real world alone, you towed the edge. You asked the weird questions, talked to the strange people, and still you were different. Maybe you tried to fit in for a while, you tried to pick a job like everyone else, party like everyone else, and look for satisfaction like everyone else. But always, something inside you was calling you to reach out for more, to challenge yourself, to push yourself, just a little further, just a little more. So you gave in. You let yourself flow in the direction of your heart, and suddenly things started to change. Right before your eyes, your world transformed. Those who doubted you fell away like petals on a dying flower, and you barely felt their disappearance. And those you were searching for your whole life, those who supported you and grew with you were drawn to you like magnets. Suddenly, and yet from such a long time in the making, you didn't have to be anyone but you. You began to see your true path for the first time, that in fact, you never did need to worry about what others thought because they rarely thought of you. They were too busy figuring out their own lives. And you were finally free to be your weird self, to say what you wanted, feel what you wanted, and go in the direction that you'd always wanted, which may or may not have fitted with the plans the powers that be had for you. But who cares? Because you can breathe now, whole and deep, because you are where you are meant to be all along. All those years of confusion, of resistance, of wondering why you just can't seem to follow in anyone else's footsteps have fallen away. Your true self was always there, gorgeous, even in the darkest times when you wished and prayed and cried to be able to forget what you know, to be able to just give in and be like everyone else. In your weakest moments, when you hated yourself for not being like them, and when you wished for nothing more than the power to just forget all that you know, to unlearn how you see the world. In all those moments, your soul was still blazing deep inside you, fueling you to push through just that little bit longer, that soon things would come together, that your faith would not go unrewarded. And here you are, having seen what others will never see, felt what most will never feel, and learned the true spectrum of human power. You've arrived to this exact moment. It was all worth it. Every odd look, sarcastic remark, and those countless head shakes dismissing your strange ideas, they're all a thing of the past. You always knew it, that no matter how hard you tried to just slot into the world, you just wouldn't. Because you weren't meant to just float on through. You were meant to shine, to leave your mark, to help the world in your own way. You always knew you are different, and there will never be anyone like you ever again. See you guys. Remember, live life on purpose. Bye.